and decided to team up. How does the process work for, take a hard left in the conversation? How does the process work of putting like co-authoring a book? To me, that's so fascinating when I started reading up on how you guys kind of teamed up and started doing these series that you guys are doing now.
Well, like I said, between us, we're one good writer, right, Brian?
That's right. I mean, I think we first of all, you can tell from just talking to us that we're really good friends. So I don't think that you could do this if there wasn't a lot of trust and friendship there. So we have a really good time.
Brutally honest, right?
What's that?
You got to be able to be like brutally honest with each other, right? Like,
you have to be able to be honest, but you also have to be able to just say, you know what? We talk about this a lot. There has to be a lot of trust. So like if Jeff says to me, like, I think we need to change this, or I don't like this, or, why did you do this? It can't be, about you sort of guarding your prose and like, this turf guarding or,
right.
being possessive of the work. That would undermine the process. So the way that, we sort of looked at this from the beginning is, and this is something that I think Jeff really sort of pioneered this paradigm and put it in my head and stuck with me ever since, is that, this is a business, this is a partnership. So our goal is to produce the best book possible. And at the end of the day, that book, that finished product is what we care about. It doesn't matter that, well, he wrote chapter 43 and I wrote chapter 27 and it was his idea to do this thing and it was my idea to do that. That's so much less important than putting together an amazing story that inspires people or transports you to a different universe, and you get in the mind of these characters. And when you finish reading that story, you say, damn, that was a good book. Like, that is what we care about.
Yeah, I think that's right. It's for us, and it is different for everybody. We've sat on some panels at different writer conferences with people that don't do it this way. It's, they don't necessarily have the intimacy that we have. But for us, there really is no ego. And that sounds like something you say on a podcast because it sounds cool, but it's really true. Like, there's no sense of ownership. And we're at the point now where even my wife will read something and she'll say, oh yeah, you wrote that part right. And I'll be like, I swear to you, I don't know. I don't know who wrote what. At the end, it's Andrews and Wilson. It's our, Brian uses this analogy that I like a lot about, if you've got 3 kids or 4 kids, it's not like you say, okay, well, these 2 kids are mine and these 2 kids are yours. And let's just do the best you can, right? It's like, no, you bring different things to each child's life and you partner and you parent as a team. And if you don't, then you're not as effective. And so that's how he said that early on, and that inspired me. It's like, yeah, that's how we should be. It's like the book is the child and we're the parents, and we're just going to work and bring things to the table. And there's no question that there are things that Brian as a writer brings to the table that he's better at. And there might be a few things that I'm as good or better at, whatever, but we have to be able to say there's no ego here. Brian is a little better at XYZ, so I'm going to defer to him. And I think he does that to me. And in the end, because of the way we do it, it is easy to have no ownership because it's such a blended, psychotic process. I mean, we sit at panels and we say, here's how we do it. And all these other writers are like, that's not how you do it. There's no way that would work. That's not possible. But it is for us, and we're very, very effective in doing it. It allows us, as you and I exchange messages ahead of this, I told you we're now have these new contracts and we've got a couple new book deals. And
yeah, man,
we just signed a contract with Tyndale for a series called The Shepherds, which we're super excited about. We've got a new series launching next June. That's called The Sons of War, which is a spin-off series. We still have Tier 1. There's another announcement we can't make yet, but we're very excited about. So we have this tremendous volume of work that we're doing that seems impossible to do, but it's possible for us to do 3 or 4 books a year like this because of the way we work, because of the system that we have of, complementing each other, never fighting about things. And as a result, we can write a book in 3 or 4 months, which is insane, obviously, but the system lets us do it.